Hello there, this is Mr. Tucker coming to you live and in living color from my house. Actually, today we're moving it into the kitchen. We're moving it into the kitchen because we're going to be talking about converting units of measure. And I have some implements right here in my kitchen that should make things a little simpler. This right here is a cup. It holds actually 1 cup, which is 8 fluid ounces. We won't be working with ounces, just a cup. This cup, 4 of these cups equal 1 quart. 1 quart, 4 of these quarts equal 1 gallon. So therefore, this gallon is 4 times as much as a quart, and a quart is 4 times as much as 1 cup. Interesting. Well, why? So that means that this cup is 1/4 of the quart, and the quart is 1/4 of the gallon. I want to talk real briefly about meters, centimeters, and millimeters. For this demonstration, I have a meter stick. Went in my garage, brought out a meter stick. Kind of cool. You don't see these a whole lot. But a meter stick has centimeters and millimeters on it. If you hone in here, let's go back to the front. Let's go back to the beginning. This starts out with centimeters. This is 0. I'm not sure if you can see this here. This is 0 centimeters, 1 centimeter, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 centimeters. That's 11. That looks like a 1, but that's really 11 centimeters. 12, 13, 14, 15, 20 centimeters, 30, 40, and if you pan out, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 centimeters. That's important. So 1 meter stick is equal to 100 centimeters. Now, if you pan in, I want to show you something even finer. There are also millimeters on this stick. So if you hone in between the 30 and the 40 centimeters, there's these little small, there it goes, you can see it, these little small millimeters. And there are 1,000 of these little millimeter lines, all that go all the way through, and they make up 1 meter. So 1,000 millimeters equal 1 meter. 100 centimeters equal this 1 meter with the meter stick. Now, if I take this meter stick and I stand it up end to end, looks like I'm about 2 meter sticks. I'm about 2 meters tall, roughly. But if you took this meter stick and you stood it up end to end, all the way into the heavens there, it would take 1,000 of these meter sticks to equal 1 kilometer or kilometer. Let's take this back over to the whiteboard. You can press pause. I want them to see the book. Okay. Trying to work all this here in my house. Back over to the whiteboard. I want you to see what we've been talking about. I actually put this on the whiteboard. 1 meter equals 100 centimeters equals 1,000 millimeters. This actually is what I was talking about. Oh, look at this. The board's almost a meter. It almost fits the meter stick. But mathematically, here's what I was talking about. 1 meter equals 100 centimeters equals 1,000 millimeters. And then I also said if you take this meter stick and you put it end to end, you would take 1,000 of these meter sticks to equal 1 kilometer or 1 kilometer. Let's go a little further. If I look here, if you have 1 meter, that equals 1,000 millimeters. Let's write that down. 1 meter equals 1,000 millimeters. So 2 meters equals 2,000 millimeters. You have it. 3 meters equals 3,000 millimeters. Now, 4 would equal 4,000 and so on and so forth, but we're going to bump this up a little bit to some 5th grade standards. That's kind of 3rd and 4th grade. What if I had 3.4 meters? How many millimeters is that? Now we're talking, because now we're talking about multiplication of decimals, which is a 5th grade standard. What do you mean multiplication of decimals? Well, we're actually multiplying. Think about it. If you look at this, we're actually multiplying 1 times 1,000 equals 1,000. 2 times 1,000 equals 2,000. 3 times 1,000 equals 3,000. So 3.4 times 1,000 will give you the answer here. There are 2 ways to do it. There's a simple way, and then there's a longer way. There's a fast way, a quick way, and a long way. Let's do them both because everyone's mind is a bit different. Let's do it the long way first. Let's see, 3.4 times 1,000. Let's do 1,000 right here times 3.4. Let's just multiply it out. Let's do it real fast. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 1 is 4. Go to the second, our second line. We put in our placeholder. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 1, I'm sorry, 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 1 is 3. Add it up. 0, 0, 0, 4, and 3. Now, if you remember multiplication of decimals, we know that you have to add up the decimal places. So in the first number, 1,000, there are 0 decimal places here. I don't see a decimal anywhere. If you look at the second number, 3.4, there was 1 number behind the decimal place, so we put a 1 there. We add them all up. 0 plus 1 is 1. So in our answer, we're going to move the decimal place 1 time. We're going to move it 1 time. So we always start here, move it 1 time. Our decimal goes right here, erase the hump, and the answer is 3,400. That's what goes in here. 3,400. Now, that was the long way. Let's do the fast way. It's a lot faster and a lot simpler. Now, those of you who remember, when you multiply anything by a multiple of 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, all you simply do is move the decimal place that many times, the number of zeros. So if you have 3 zeros, you'll move it 3 times. If this was 100, you'd move it 2 times. There are 3 zeros, so we're going to take 3.4, move the decimal place 3 times because we have 3 zeros. Remember, we're trying to make the number bigger. When you multiply, you make the number larger. When you divide it, you're cutting it up, you're making it smaller. This number's we're multiplying, so the number will be bigger. So it has to be a lot more than 3. Forget the change, it's just 3. 3 and something. $3.40. Forget the 40 cents, it's just 3. So we want it to be a lot further, so we're going to move the decimal place to the right because that'll make the number bigger. Now it's 34. But we're not going to move it once, but 1, 2, 3, 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Here's our decimal place. We have to add in our zeros. 1, 2. Erase the humps. Hey, well, look what we're left with. 3,400. The same thing, but not a lot less time. The answer is 3,400. We're going to kick it up a notch, go a little further, in that if we have 4, what would that be? I'm going to let you figure that out. How about if we have 4.17? And what if we have 5,000 here? Let's have you fill in the blanks. I'm going to give you a few seconds to fill in the blanks, but we'll go in here, here, and there. Go. All right, you had enough time to fill in the blanks. I'll give the answers real fast. Remember, if there are 4 meters, and there are 4 meters, and a meter equals 1,000 millimeters, you simply multiply by 1,000. So 4 times 1,000 is going to be 4,000. Yes, you're a Nascent Knight, you're a scholar, you got that right. Let's go to the next one. 4.17. 4.17 times 1,000 means we just simply move the decimal place 1, 2, 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Now our decimal place is here. Erase the humps. The answer is 4,170. And then, they don't tell you the meters. That's right, you should be able to figure it out. If there are 5,000 meters, then that means 5,000 millimeters, that means there are 5 meters. You got it, Nascent Knights.